What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is MrHurriicane, and this is not a video I expected to make, but here we are. By the title, you can tell something is up here with the Dolphins franchise, and I just want to get right into it today. Basically, I'm looking to take a break from the series. I really think that I need to do that right now, just with where the game is currently at for me. Basically, to start off this week, I've been trying to focus more on the Dolphins franchise, and I needed to do a little bit of slider tweaking because of another patch that came out. We're getting quite a few updates this year. We've gotten, I think, 4 or something since the game came out, or since I started up the series anyway, and with every patch, I have to kind of go in and see where things are because things always change. And usually there are updates posted in like slider forums on Operation Sports, and I follow those. But for me, I just can't get things right with this game right now. It's like being back to square one before the series began, trying to get sliders so the series is ready to begin. And we're sitting here a week from Halloween, and I'm just not into the flow of the series. I was really excited for it. I really enjoyed the week 1 game, and since then I've been trying to get the gameplay right. I've taken so many days to just focus on sliders and sliders only, and I'm just not getting anywhere, especially after this latest patch. The problems I'm dealing with right now have to do with the CPU offense. I don't really have any complaints regarding like getting my offense balanced and the CPU defense, and usually editing sliders with that side of the game is fairly easy and I can get what I'm looking for with minor tweaks. But when it comes to the CPU offense, it is an entirely different situation. I can't get a slider set right now where the CPU offense functions as it should. Basically, in my test games, I've been destroying the computer with my defense. And my defense isn't anything exotic. I call a lot of single high safety between some cover 1 man and some cover 3 zone, and I make some changes here and there. But on everything I try lately, the CPU still doesn't have any kind of a running game because the ball carrier vision, just universally for the CPU, is not good enough. And outside of them making a huge juke or breaking a tackle, they're not really getting anywhere on the ground. And when in the air, the CPU quarterback AI takes over, and they don't respond well to pressure, they don't want to push the ball down the field, and balancing coverage right now has been a nightmare. I've been playing some games lately where the CPU just throws it to the tight end over and over again. They throw it to the first underneath receiver that gets open, especially in man coverage, I've noticed. In zone coverage, they're more likely to hang on to the football, and maybe if they get like a long time in the pocket, they'll find something opening up, or they'll just take a sack, or even worse, they will start running around and then try to throw it away as they're getting sacked and just lead to sack fumbles. Basically, the gameplay I'm getting, it's not fun. It's not that it's not realistic. Like, a lot of the stuff that I've done in these games, whether it be NCAA or Madden, it's not always realistic. It usually has elements of it, but there's some give and take between the CPU being able to have really good games and then some games where I'm more dominant. We've seen in the Kalispell Dynasty, like the Stanford game this past year, when I put up 6 points. And in the, the West Virginia game or whatever, when I could not stop their offense, I'm just not seeing that right now. I'm not seeing any variance. I'm seeing a lot of the same things depending on what sliders I'm using. And the pass coverage and the pass defense reaction time slider, I don't even understand how those work this year. I move those sliders around and sometimes things change. Sometimes my players pause whenever a CPU receiver makes a cut and then they catch up like a second later trying to cover, and by then it's too late. I'm just not getting good organic gameplay, and I don't think it would lead to good episodes for the series. And I think I've just put too much time into it for now, and I need to do some other stuff. So basically what I'm saying right now is that I need to take a break from the Dolphins franchise. I just don't feel like I can put out the episodes I want to put out right now, and it's really disappointing. I've never had to do this in a Madden franchise, and we've had some Maddens that were pretty rough, like last year, for instance. In the Bears series, I also was still doing a lot of slider tweaking into October and even later, and I was able to at least push through it, but I think that right now I've just kind of reached the wall. I have spent more time tweaking sliders and getting the franchise ready than actually doing the franchise, when you include even editing and commentary time and finishing up the thumbnails. I've put more time into getting this series to be playable than actually playing and working on it, and I just can't do that anymore. I really liked where things were at, especially getting Sharkandrick West into the series and having kind of the offensive line story with Isaac Asiata and the return of Jawan James, and I hope I can return to it soon. I have to kind of make it indefinite for now, and I will take a look at like any updates that are put out obviously for Madden, and I'm sure I'll still try some things out because I want this to work, but I just can't focus on it the way I have been. I really wanted this to be a big bounce back franchise because I didn't think the Bears series was good enough. And right now, this is a huge disappointment to me. The fact that we're nearly 3 months into Madden, I'm only 9 games into the franchise, and I'm sitting here like it's a week after the game came out, wondering how I can get the game to play the way it needs to be, or even close. Just in a way that creates a challenge, and a fun one, and we're not there. What I really expected to talk about this week was actually the complete opposite. With Kalispell close to an off-season and the Twins in the off-season, I thought, hey, maybe it's a good time to maybe just take a couple weeks to focus on the Dolphins franchise, and then I tried to work on sliders, and I just can't do it right now. It's not working. I even tried to go all-pro because on my second channel, I'm doing a CPU versus CPU gameplay rebuild, and then my Marquise Walker series, and those are both on all-pro, but it's a completely different game essentially, because in the Marquise Walker series I never watched the CPU offense, and in the Cardinals series and with my Browns series on Madden 18, I don't know, there's something about default all pro CPU versus CPU that just works. I can't explain it, but it's pretty good, and it's actually been pretty fun to watch both in the Browns series and now in the Cards series. It's far from perfect, but it has enough elements of realism, and there's always the potential for either my team or the CPU team to win and have a really good game. And that's exactly what you need to have a good franchise, no matter if you want it to be super realistic, super high scoring, super low scoring. You need to have some parity and some variance, and I just can't find it. I tried all pro, it made it even worse. The CPU offense was really bad. And on all Madden, normally the CPU is overpowered, and I could deal with that a little bit. I think it's a lot easier to take an overpowered part of the game and bring it down a level than to take something completely underpowered and bring it back up to where it should be. And at least if the CPU is like really good, I'm able to adapt and learn. But when they struggle to run for 2 yards a carry and they're constantly checking the ball down and not even trying to get touchdowns, really, what can you do at that point? I think that's all I really have to say on that topic. It's disappointing. I really think that I'm letting you guys down with this franchise, and I'm letting myself down too because I want to have a great franchise. I've never had to like put one on the shelf because things weren't going well. I hope I can return to the series soon and we get the series where it needs to be, but I just can't force it. And I'm not going to ask you guys to deal with subpar episodes that aren't very fun to watch. So that's that right now. You can leave your thoughts down below in the comment section on that if you wish. But I guess now in the meantime, the show still goes on here on the channel. We have the Kalispell Dynasty. I know many of you are waiting on the National Championship episode, and that is going to be coming to the channel tomorrow. In a way, kind of not getting that video out quickly was a good thing because the YouTube Premieres feature is now, I think, across the entire platform, and I really want that to be an option for you to experience the National Championship. I've always thought that it would be amazing if I could have my content in a pseudo-live setting, and that's what Premieres allows me to do. Essentially, think of it almost like a TV show where you know something's going to be on at a certain time and you can watch it along with everybody else. Basically, I make a video as I normally would, but it's set to go live at a specific time and it plays out like a live stream. So you get into the room and there's a live chat and the video starts playing at a certain time and you're able to watch it there with everybody else, almost like it's a live event. And that fits my content and what I do so well. And the fact that it's out now at the national championship, like, I gotta do it. I gotta see how it goes and see what you think of that kind of way to experience my videos. And don't worry, after the premiere is over, after it starts, plays the video, and ends, it's immediately on my channel as a standard video like you would normally watch. So I want to give you the option to how you want to experience it. And I'm not sure if it's going to be something I do on a regular basis, but I want it for this one. I want it for a game with this kind of magnitude. So that'll be tomorrow evening. I think around in the 6:30, 7 o'clock window, only because I'd like to be here for the premiere, and I'm not going to be here for a bit of the afternoon, so it might have to be a little bit later. And that's that with Kalispell. And I'm guessing I'll probably be doing the off-season then on Saturday. I wasn't originally planning to. I was thinking, hey, maybe I'll take a couple weeks, focus on Madden, and then I'll do the Kalispell off-season, but no. We're going Saturday, Kalispell, Twins franchise. We're going to be doing some streaming and spring training and getting on to the 4th year in the series. And those two are going to be holding up the channel for the meantime. Maybe I'll find something else to sprinkle in. I've always thought it'd be fun to do some like streams of some older Maddens. But we'll see how things go. Maybe Madden puts out an update and then I can just sit there and play through like the whole season in one session just so I know I can get it played. Wish I would have done that before the first patch ever came out. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. Just sorry about the franchise, and I just can't crack the code right now with sliders and getting the CPU to play well. I know a lot of people are having a good time right now on the game, and I'm glad. I hope that, you know, there are a lot of people still enjoying franchise mode, but for me, I know that I've hit a wall right now with it, and I've got to take some time away from franchise, and then I'll revisit it and hopefully still make this a good series. But we'll see how things go. Again, I can't promise anything. I'm just sorry that it's come to this point, essentially. I was even thinking a little while ago, like, at some point I need to let them know that I can't guarantee a Madden 20 franchise if this stuff doesn't get better. Like, that's something that I've been thinking about now for a little while. This really needs to get better. And I may make some videos talking about what exactly needs to get better and how I think it can be fixed so that the future of Madden is better than where it is right now. Thank you all for watching today's video. You can leave your feedback down below in the comment section and subscribe to the channel. I will still have videos coming out here on youtube.com/MrHurriicane, and I'll still be playing some franchise over on my second channel, youtube.com/MrHurricaneLP. That is my Cardinals rebuild, which there are, I think, 14, 15 episodes out now, so if you're not at all familiar with it, you can catch up and see if it's something you enjoy. I found the new formula with the Browns rebuild early this season on Madden 18, and it's become one of my favorite things to even make content for. I really enjoy my kind of rebuilds. And then also there's the Marquise Walker player mode series over there that is surprisingly really fun. It's really exceeded my expectations in terms of how much fun I can have playing quarterback, and I'm really enjoying those two series. So that's it for today, everybody. See you again soon. Have a great day.